to tell you about the better part.
All right, it's now 4 a.m. or 4 p.m. that is. Yeah. Christmas 2002. The snow changed to rain and then changed back to snow. This looks like it's the heaviest burst. Well, it was a little heavier a little earlier, but looks like it's not going to stay heavy like this. But it's nice anyway. At this point we've had about another inch of new snow. So 2 inches from this storm so far. Of course, the first of those inches melted completely away when the snow changed to rain for 12 hours. Note that besides also being snow and heavy wet, it's also very windy now that this storm has really bombed. So we've now had our second inch of snow for Christmas 2002. Snow in the beginning, snow in the end. So much snow on this side of the house now that it is in the lee of the wind direction. So I guess I'll just glance over everything. It should be noted that this storm I have finally experienced after many, many years thunder and lightning and snow while I was salting the walk in front of Ball Busters. Big flash and then rumble of thunder. So this is it, our white, then wet, now back to white Christmas. Two episodes of snow. 2 inches total so far. Inch this morning and 1 inch now. Heavy snow and thunder snow. Cool, huh? The Christmas storm of 2002.
To tell you about, this winter storm is dumping up to a foot of snow in parts of Pennsylvania and New England. Right now, Mike Seidel is standing by live in Natick, Massachusetts. Mike, what about the roads?
Now let's go right. Thermometer here is now down to freezing, so everything is going to ice up. Sidewalk very slippery. We've got about a half an inch or so. It's just getting underway, but the roadways are very sloppy. The trucks have come by with salt, but the cars, which have been doing about 50 miles an hour, 45 or 50, are now doing about 20 or 25, so they've cut their speed in half. Let me show you what's going on as far as the radar goes, and you can see that rain-snow line as that cold air moves in and we get the upward velocity. The vertical motion adds to cooling in the column and leads to the rain changing to snow. We were along that front. We had some lightning and thunder, but notice that most of Massachusetts, except southeast of Boston, the Cape and the islands, now all snow, and it's snowing in some spots at 1, if not 2 inches an hour. Talk about the airports. Just talk with the FAA in Herndon. We've got a ground stop in Philadelphia. There'll be another ground stop later on, so if you're flying in and out of Philly, expect delays. At New York City, at LaGuardia, one runway right now because they're clearing snow off the other runway. And also at LaGuardia, Newark, they have miles and trail, which means if your plane is coming in, they're going to hold it back a little bit in the air as it arrives to the New York City area. Here in Boston, though, demand is going down this evening. Fewer flights because it is a holiday. So right now, no serious problems. But with those 40-mile-an-hour winds at Logan and the snow picking up even on the coast, expect delays and maybe cancellations during the rest of the evening. The bottom line, check with the air carrier. 6 to 12 in Boston, out here and out towards Worcester. 1 to 2 feet and blizzard conditions and whiteouts moving in tonight for the travel later on this evening. Janetta?
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. Hey, you stay safe out there. We're worried about you on the road like that.
Okay.
All righty. For further tracking on this storm, we turn to the winter weather expert here at the Weather Channel, Paul Cosin. Paul, does it look like the snow is going to continue in Boston and New York this evening?
Oh boy. Yeah, as a matter of fact, where Mike is, one little advice, anybody who's walking on the roads, just stay off those roads. Cars can really skid out of control very easily. As a matter of fact, in Massachusetts this evening, conditions will be deteriorating very rapidly over the next several hours. So as quickly as the roads are going to be covered, conditions are really going to get worse and fast. We're seeing that change over to snow, as Mike was talking about, some airline delays in Philadelphia and in New York. Just looking at the observations, JFK, only a half-mile visibility, temperature 32, so we're already seeing problems in and around the New York area. We've seen significant snows in the last couple of hours in Philadelphia. We will be watching the western edge of that snowfall come across, but it looks like 2 to 4 inches in Philadelphia and west. New York City, 3 to 6 inches in and around the city. That's what we're thinking. Some of the warmer areas in and around the city itself may get a little less, but it looks like an evening filled with snow and strong winds. Our low pressure system still just south of Long Island, central pressure down at around 976 millibars. It will probably go a little bit lower, maintain itself, and move out to the east-northeast. We've been talking about how the precipitation now wrapping around the center. Heaviest snows to the north and west. These will really be the focus of the significant accumulations this evening of 1 to 2 feet. Lesser accumulations as we get south, but it will be a snowy and windy evening. The next thing is, of course, watching the rain-snow line continuing to progress to the east. As the storm continues to move off, we'll see that snow collapsing southward towards the coastline. So even across Providence and in Boston itself, you will change over, as Mike said, greater than 6, even in Boston proper. Here's a closer view up of the New York City metropolitan area and Philadelphia. We can see that the snow has ended for the most part after we've received reports of up to 6 inches of snow just northwest of Baltimore and just 3 inches of snow just to the northwest of Washington. We'll see similar totals in the Philadelphia area, and we'll see totals like those throughout the New York City metro area. Much more across most of New England. We'll be following it throughout the evening. Janetta?
All right, we're bracing ourselves. Thanks a lot, Paul. Let's see what else is happening across the country. Actually, it's fairly quiet in most locations. In the southeast, it's cold, it's dry, and it's windy. So that's making it feel even colder than the 30s that you're experiencing right now in Atlanta and Nashville, Tennessee. High pressure will be in control for the remainder of the day. We'll see the winds start to subside, and tomorrow will actually be warmer for much of the south, but Miami, well, 68 degrees, that's pretty chilly for you this time of year. All right, let's take it to the Midwest, where we have got a swath of area that has picked up at least 6 inches of snow, and in some locations even more than that. Check these out. Wow. 14 inches of snow in Arkansas, 16 in Missouri. Definitely looking at a white Christmas there. And in Indianapolis, over 6 inches of snow. It's over for you, and we see that the snow is tapering off in Detroit too. Cleveland, still a few more snow showers likely, and another 2 or 3 inches of snow as we move on through the next few hours. It's a cold one in Fargo, 10 degrees. Put another log on the fire in Chicago where it's 28. More snow showers tonight, but tomorrow looks like a pretty good day. Christmas Day was snowy in Cleveland. Tomorrow we're going to see things tapering off for you and looking even better in Chicago too at 34. Stay with us for a look at your own local on the 8th right after this.
This program was sponsored by Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
After finishing his worldwide rounds, Santa's getting some well-deserved R&R. He's not thinking about the stuff he forgot. But Radio Shack is. We've got the things you need to make the stuff Santa brought work, including accessories for PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox, so you can enjoy the rest of the holidays. He sure is. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
If you have dry, painful, cracked skin, I recommend a serious product with a unique name, Zim's Crack Cream. Developed by a pharmacist, Zim's Crack Cream's herbal formula moisturizes and softens even cracked, thick, and painful skin. Zim's Crack Cream isn't just an ordinary skin product, so look for it in the first aid section.
Look for Zim's new herbal lip formula, the all-natural remedy for treating dry, cracked lips. Available at every major retailer.
Brought to you by Zim's Crack Cream, Zim's original formula for nighttime, creamy formula for daytime.
More orange juice, dear?
Good morning, Jane.
Good morning, Mother. Another waffle, dear? Yes, please.
So happy together.
Get real. This waffle's still frozen. Does anybody see my homework?
I'm the champion. I'm the champion.
Homework?
I'm the champion.
Now more than ever, the best start under the sun. Florida orange juice.
This influenza report is brought to you by the Florida Orange Growers.
Storm Stories premieres January 6th on the Weather Channel. And now, here's your local on the 8th. Currently, the temperature is 34 degrees with light snow. Forecast. Expect fair skies Friday through Sunday with temperatures in the 30s on Friday.
1-800-218-4499.